Hi, my name's Jay and welcome to my channel. In 2023, me and my family bought a rural cottage with 10 acres in the beautiful Welsh mountains. We plan to renovate our home, rewild the land, grow our own food and generally live a more sustainable life, all whilst having fun along the way. If you're new here, why not click subscribe, follow our journey and escape to rural Wales. Hi you guys, welcome back to North Wales. I hope you're all well. So today's video is basically everything that I've been doing over the last couple of months. There's quite a few little bits and bobs, and I'm going to start you off with me bricking up some double doors that lead into the living room from the conservatory, because the plan is to turn it into a window. So I'll start you off there and then I'll talk you through and show you everything else that I've been up to. So the first thing I did was lay down damp proof membrane. Massive damp issues in this house. We've had it all winter, so it was really important that I laid down some damp proof cores just to make sure that no damp is rising up through the walls. And then I moved on to the blocks. Now look, I'll be honest, this is one of the first times I've ever done it. So I was really being very meticulous in, making sure that it was level and straight. It seemed to turn out okay. One thing you'll probably notice is I haven't put any wall ties there. Actually, later on, I did realise that and went back and sort of pushed them down through and secured them into the wall. So yeah, made a bit of a mistake, but I did actually go back and rectify that in the end. And then I went to the inside. As you can see, there's some wall ties there to tie both walls together, and there's a gap in between where you place the insulation. You'll probably notice that insulation is about an inch off of the ground. Really, I only did that just so that no water would travel upwards. A kind of a precautionary thing. But yeah, these little red things that are there, sorry, that's not the technical term for it. Those are to secure it in place, and then there's kind of like an air gap, a ventilation gap between the kind of internal wall. Yeah, you can see me here just taping up the gaps, just to make sure that no cold air gets through. And then after that, it's onto the internal wall. So as you can see, I'm following the same process, laying down a damp proof membrane just to make sure nothing gets up. You'll also notice in a second I bash the camera and smash it onto the floor and break the stand. So happy days. There we go. And then I just set up the camera on the sofa and just film myself. Most of the footage is basically of my backside, which I know you guys don't want to see. So I'll start you off from a little bit higher up the wall where I'm standing a lot more rather than bending over. For those of you who want to see a video of me bending over, let me know. I can do a special edition for you on Patreon or something like that. But yeah, all jokes aside, nobody wants to see that. And then a few weeks later came the moment of truth, fitting the window. Now, when I measured the gap, I measured it literally about 20 times. The window cost me, I think it was about £350, which is super expensive because I had to get it made to size. So I needed to make sure that it was correct. It fit, as you can see, but it did take a little bit of loving, a little bit of pushing to get into place. But it did fit in the end, which is great. You got to take every success that you get when you're doing this type of thing, you know, and you'll get more successes if you make sure that you measure things properly and check things and double check things and triple check things. And that's what I did in this scenario, and yeah, it turned out pretty well. One thing I would recommend is you get a friend to give you a hand with a window this big. I wish I had have called a mate over, to be honest, to give me a hand here. But yeah, I think you all know me by now. I don't like getting help. But yeah, it was a bit of a nightmare just getting them into place. And you got these like little lock things that you can put them in to sort of suspend them off of the actual frame itself, the glass off of the frame itself. And getting them to just squeeze onto those was an absolute nightmare. I was messing about with it, trying to get my hand around. It was super heavy. And then obviously you need to make sure that you keep a rubber hammer close, along with the seals for actually sealing those panes of glass in place in the window itself, in the frame itself. So yeah, it was a bit of a pain in the backside, to be honest, but I got there in the end. One thing is, the right side of the window there, I actually wasn't able to fit at this time. The conservatory needed to come down because the conservatory was being held up by a wooden beam that's going across the top of the window, as you can see there. So I essentially had to wait until the conservatory was down before I actually fit the window in on the right side. Which brings us to the conservatory.
But before we go there, I'd like to draw your attention to the garage. Now, as you know, garage needs to be taken down in order for me to be able to build the extension. I took it down. So here's an image of what it looked like when it started, and here's an image as I was taking it down. And I'll just leave you with myself a few weeks ago just to explain kind of what the plan was and what I was doing.
Hey guys, welcome back to North Wales. I hope you're all well. I just wanted to talk you through very quickly what I'm currently doing. Causing a right mess basically. So I am in the process of taking down the garage. Now, it's been a bit tricky because what I've had to do is, and let me just turn the camera around, build myself a box around the boiler here, which you can see here. Basically, there was loads of wooden beams on the roof, as you can see with the little slats up there. And what I've done is reuse those to build a kind of frame around it, as you can see here. It's very old, this boiler, piece of junk actually. It's not working properly. Definitely not after I've got loads of dust on it and in it, but hey ho. So yeah, I've built myself a frame here around it just to protect it, because we need heat. I'm not going to have this done next winter, so hopefully this boiler will last another year, another winter at least. But yeah, I've built a frame. I've used some of the roofing just to cover it, and yeah, I'm going to build a little doorway on the side. All of this concrete is going to be bashed out by me, so yeah, it's going to be a tricky one. And also, when I've done that, and I'm making a pile on the field just up there, that will all actually be re-crushed again and turned back into aggregate to use down here when the extension is built. But also, I am going to be taking down this conservatory, as you can see, and where the double doors are inside, I've built a little wall where a window is going to go. So it'll be a lot warmer next winter, that's for sure. Another thing that I'm doing is, and I'm literally doing this evenings and weekends, I'm going to be knocking down this lean-to as well, which is just awful. If you saw my first video where I showed you the plans, and I showed you inside this lean-to, and it is dreadful. All of this concrete has got to be bashed out all around the house. Yeah, and I've got a couple of guys coming. I've got my digger, and one of the guys is bringing his digger as well, and we are going to get the foundations done. So yeah, it should be good. What I'll do, actually, I'll put up on the screen what the extension will look like now. So as you can see on the left, that's where the extension is going to go, which will be around here. And then obviously there's this other one on the right side, which you can see, which is going to be our bedroom, which is over here, which will be over there. So it should be all good. But yeah, I just wanted to show you what I've been up to. I've taken all the glass out, and yeah, we'll get there. I think I've got about a month before the guys come, so yeah, it's just evenings, weekends, I'm just bashing it out. I've actually got a friend coming to help me as well. I've not really filmed any of it because, I mean, I'll be honest with you, it's not been the most, how can I put this? Actually, I'm not going to say anything. You know what I'm going to say. Yeah, not something you really want to be putting on YouTube. But yeah, it's coming along nicely. I just need to break down the walls. I've got this new tool actually, which I will show you on the screen now, which literally goes through this brick like butter. It's fantastic. And these are like the old bricks, the ones with no holes in them, which are like the hardest ones to get out. So yeah, I've really needed that tool actually. And literally I went through this bit here like butter, honestly, just to get rid of that. So love it, absolutely love it. But yeah.
And here's a photo of it finished a week or so later. It was a pretty tough job actually, to be honest with you. It was really windy, weather wasn't great. I couldn't really film it and do it at the same time, if you know what I mean. I just needed to get on with it. I needed to climb up on the roof, chuck off roofing sheets, pull down beams, smash the walls with a sledgehammer. It was a big job. But yeah, I think I'll leave this video there. Thanks very much for watching. Next week you'll see me take down the conservatory, which you can see is gone on the right there. I'll be doing some major groundworks with a small team of guys who have come to help me out. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.